Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are finally getting into 2022's winter/holiday whiskeys. But before we do that, please do me that favor, like, comment, subscribe, helps us out a ton, and we seriously appreciate the support. But let's get into this list. So, this list. I'm excited for this because this isn't so much a list in and itself. This is a continuation, if you will, because last year I made another list exactly like this list, and honestly, I killed it. I had all the mainstream stuff up there. If you want to watch the video, it's up there. But either which way, I had a lot of like the mainstream, what I would gravitate towards, what I would go to for winter and holiday, like easily findable ones, or like easy passes for me, like an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. No duh. So instead of doing that, what I typically would do and finding, available-ish or like mainstream picks, I'm not doing that, and we're just kind of continuing on that list. If you haven't seen that one before, I'll just kind of run through. It's, I said like Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof. I did Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I did a Sagamore Spirits, Cask Strength, and then a Willet 4-year-old, and then a few others. But those are the four main ones that I was like, I had ready to go for this video. And then I looked back at that one and I was like, oh, this is just going to be me repeating myself. So I threw out that old list and I'm creating a new one. That's kind of a continuation of those. So those four are fantastic, but these are my 5 picks for this year. And again, some of these are a little niche, so they might not be the easiest to find, but just bear with me and let's get into it. So continuing on, the first two, not gonna lie, are Sagamore Spirits, but picks. Sagamore Spirits single barrel picks. These are the best. These are my favorite. I like these better than the Cask Strength now. When I filmed the previous video in 2021, I didn't really have a lot of picks. I only had the one, and the one was like, eh. But since then, I've gotten a few like 7-year-old picks, and they're fantastic. They're all 7-year-old blends of MGP rye and I believe their own rye, and they're all usually around 7-year-old, and then they're 110 proof. So a little bit less proof, but there is a nice age statement with it, and they are single barrel, so you can get some wildly crazy flavors off of them that you don't get on the actual main Cask Strength. Not saying that the main Cask Strength isn't good. It's just if you find a good pick, that is here. But also, the Cask Strength is pretty awesome. And then staying in that same vein, Sagamore Spirits, double oaked. This stuff is amazing. It's like spicy graham crackers, if you will. Spicy cranberry graham crackers. My pick for last year was, I think I had 1910 on there. 1910's and also like another good one, but again, we're building on that. So 1910's good, but this one is my pick for this year because this is like a double oaked, but it's like a spicier double oak. So I think it fits the profile of wintertime a little bit better because of that spice, because of that extra oomph that it brings that 1910 doesn't have. Like double oaked products fit really well during the wintertime, but there's no better double oaked product than this because it's amazing. It's sweet, but it also has a very spicy body and like a graham crackery note that's just fantastic. Amazing. And then moving on to something that has been like in a lot of videos recently and will probably be in a few more because I'm just in love with it. Old Forester Single Barrel Strength. That being said, a shoe-in for this, 1920. Because 1920 is super easy to find, but if you can find one of these, I would say this is significantly better than 1920. But again, these are a little hard to find. Like this is legitimately the first one I've ever owned. So yeah, and I've had like 4 1920. So take that as you will. But these are fantastic. These are similar to the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof. I did a review where I put this up against the Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof, and this one won because it's a little bit like darker, cherry, chocolate. It has a little bit darker flavor profile than that Jack Daniel's does, but still brings a ton of proof. And that's why I think it's great for the holidays, because I can just imagine myself sitting outside just drinking this while eating some cookies. Freaking fantastic. Love this stuff. And again, 1920 is a shoo-in for that, because that stuff is hard as heck to find, but 1920 is super easy, readily available, easy to find, and it's pretty good. I mean, you definitely lose some proof because that's like 115 and this one's like 130, and you lose some flavor with that, but it's still pretty good. And then up next, a bottle that I've actually talked a little bit of crap about since I bought it, but now that it's getting colder outside, I'm starting to truly enjoy it. And maybe it's just a wintertime bottle, and that is Calumet 15. This stuff has been killing it for me recently. This is like cherries and oak and dark flavors, and I freaking love it. The dark flavors that you get off of this, because this is a 15-year-old product and it's at 105 proof, so it still has enough proof to kind of bring a oomph with the ultra age on this. That being said, I've just been enjoying this one a lot recently. Before this, I didn't really care for it. I thought it was just okay. Now that it's getting colder outside and I'm kind of gravitating towards darker flavors, the flavors in this have gotten so much better to me. It's so much dark, graham crackers, fruitiness, cherries. It's amazing. There's a little bit of a pomegranate in this now. I've just been enjoying the crap out of that bottle. And again, I do apologize. MSRP on that bad boy is like 110, 120. So it's not like the easiest to find, but if you can, that is great. That is fantastic currently in the wintertime in Arizona, where it's like 50, 60. So like not super duper cold, because that's how it is here, but that I've been enjoying the crap out of. And then last, but surely not least, honestly, probably one of my favorites on this list, Westward Pinot Noir. Yeah, you saw it coming. Of course I was going to put a freaking single malt on this. Why wouldn't I? This is a American single malt from Westward. It is Pinot Noir finished. So the normal one has a lot of, just like most American single malts, it's a lot of roasty, kind of coffee, chocolatey, dark notes, which go really, really well when it's cold outside and it's kind of the holidays. But since this is finished in Pinot Noir barrels, that is wine barrels and red wine barrels for that. And because of that, it brings out so much amazing wine, fruity flavors on this. I get nice cherries and cranberries that go along with that like malty, chocolate, roasty notes that you get off an American single malt, especially Westward, that just blow my mind. Like, honestly, if you're gonna try, and again, I hate to say this because this ain't a cheap bottle. This is like a $80 or $90 bottle. But if you want to try out an American single malt, especially during the holidays, this is one to give a try, because this is freaking incredible. And it's only low proof. Like this and the Sagamore Spirit Rye, those two flavor profiles are just fantastic for the winter, and that's why they're the only low proof ones, because you need some heat during the winter, but the flavor profiles just complement. Those are more like the indoor ones, and the other ones are like, hey, I'm going out, so I'm bringing the Old Forester barrel proof, or we can go back to last year's and do like Elijah Craig or Jack Daniel's, or whatever you want. That being said, that is my list for this year. And again, this was a continuation off of previous years, just because I didn't want to kind of reuse the same bottles, even though my mind instantly goes to Elijah Craig, Sagamore Spirits, which, I mean, I did throw a lot of Sagamore Spirits in there. But, like Jack Daniel's, Elijah Craig, those are all still great picks. Old Forester 1910. Amazing bottles for this holiday. So that's a wrap for this video. Let me know down below, what are some things that you are drinking during the holidays? Also, what did you think about my list of whiskeys to drink during the holidays or the winter time? I know I kind of went a little out of the box on this one, but we're kind of trying out some new things, seeing what y'all think about it. Also, please do us a favor, check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. The links for all that stuff are down there below. Cheers. We'll see you later.